KC and the Sunshine Band, 98.7 WFGR, 831. That's the way he likes it. Andy O, Dave Cackley. Since the only real sports was Max Scherzer winning the Cy Young, let's move on to something productive here.
Are we going to wait for KC and the Sunshine Band to finish, or are we going to...
What's only got? Well, we can. It's 3, 2.
That's a long fade out.
Okay, it's finished.
Okay, good.
All right, that's good. Let's talk a little bit about Givinci. We are welcoming Eric Kovalak in this morning. Eric, you're a local boy, and you've done this big thing, and it's called Givinci. Give us the nuts and bolts.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. Givinci is a website we started a couple of years ago, and we're having a big launch here in Grand Rapids because we're from Grand Rapids.
Right.
And there's 4 of us who work together and built a website that you can go on to yourfavoritestores.com or Givinci.com, go on to your favorite stores, and it gives you an opportunity to make a charitable contribution back to a cause that's important to you. So we have teamed up with a bunch of local charities, and it makes a really great way for this Christmas season when you're out shopping on the internet, whether it's Amazon or Myers.com or Old Navy, and you can make a purchase, and an automatic donation will go back to the charity of your choice.
I'm taking a look at the list of these places you can shop. You can shop at Meijer.com, Groupon, Geekerize. Carbonite is a big deal because people like to back up their computers and all that kind of stuff. Little Tykes, Tiger Direct, REI, Melissa and Doug. Do you have any toys for Max with Melissa and Doug toys?
Actually, I don't.
Good stuff. Really nice stuff, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And what you do is you just go to Givinci first and then click on these shopping sites, and it's taken care of from there.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
What we want people to do is to go to Givinci and start a goal, because it's through the goal that they explain to other friends and family what's important to them. So you go to Givinci, you start a goal, and you say, hey, I want to run, I want to raise $100 for my favorite charity, or some people $1,000 or $2,000, and then you share that through Facebook, and all of a sudden everybody you know sees what you're trying to do. They click through, they go to Givinci, and then when they shop, that contribution goes back to your goal, and the money's sent to your charity.
What's been the biggest charity that's been benefited so far?
More Self Less here in the studio today is one that we're working with. We're also doing with a lot of churches all across West Michigan. The area here, we have a lot of really great church communities that have a lot of membership, and so they've really done a lot with it as well.
Talk a little bit about the process of doing this kind of thing, because I know with some of these sites, because, this is a great idea, but there's some things out there like Kickstarter and that kind of thing that are somewhat similar. How does Givinci set itself? Because I know Kickstarter, let's say you want to do a project and you want to raise some money. If you don't make that goal, it just goes back to whoever. How does yours differ from that?
Right. It's the same idea as Kickstarter as far as how to get in touch with people, but it's different about how to raise the money.
Okay.
You can go to Givinci, start a goal, and you can make a direct contribution with a credit card. So if you want to give $25 or $100, you can do so with your credit card. But the point that makes Givinci special is we're trying to help people out there in our community who want to be able to give but don't necessarily have enough money to make a contribution.
That's the thing, because money's tight.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I can't always give $25 to everybody who I want to be able to help.
Right.
But if I have to buy travel for work, or if I have to buy groceries for home, I can make that same purchase that I was going to anyways. It cost me the same amount, and my charity still helped.
That's incredible. Now, can you go online and buy things like, could you go on and buy a Meijer gift card and have a portion of it go to Givinci as well?
Yeah, I think so. Anything that's normally at a retailer's website. So if you go to Walmart.com and they're selling tires, you can buy 4 new tires, and it's going to help your charity.
That's awesome. Talk about the impact that you've had so far. What are some of we talked about More Self Less, and we're going to get into him in just a second here. But some of the bigger things that you've had a direct impact on locally with Givinci.
Well, I think one of the amazing things is how many likes we've had on our Facebook page. People who we didn't even know had even heard of us before are getting involved and wanting to know how they can help.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm working on right now personally is we're trying to raise funds for a school down on the west side at Sacred Heart Church.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to raise uniforms or get money to raise uniforms for their students for next year. A lot of the people who attend that school recognize the value of having uniforms, but it's a big cost.
Yeah.
And you can't sometimes as a church always afford these things. And so if we can get a couple hundred people to donate to this program, all these students that go to the school will then have uniforms.
See, I went to a Catholic school. I went to Assumption in Belmont, and you know what? Looking back, if somebody would have bought me those Husky corduroy toughskins, and I wouldn't have had to go with my mom to be fitted in the store, and then not only did you have to go through the embarrassment of getting fitted at the store, you had to come back and order them from the catalog, and then you had to wait. So I'm all for this. If we can get these kids directly in their uniforms quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Let's get them in public schools, too.
I think every kid in school ought to be in a uniform.
People got to know how to conform.
So you got Givinci, which is, and Are you adding sites that people can shop with on a regular basis?
Yep. Once you log in, there's actually 3,000 stores.
Whoa!
And they're from all over the country. And so any of the big names that you can normally think of that you want to be able to shop at. And coming up soon, we're going to be adding couponing features. So if you want to try to save money while you're shopping at the same time, that's going to be a really powerful way that you can benefit, your charity can benefit, and the store gets a really great customer.
I was just going to say, not only are you benefiting commerce, you're betting all these. Dude, this is a great idea.
We wanted to do something where everybody wins.
I think you did. I think we're going to put a stamp of approval on it. Let's
Why
have Brady Schmidt stop up over here. You are working with these guys on More Self Less, which we learned a little bit about from Lauren Stanton last year.
Yep.
And we made a commitment to Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
We said we're going to be behind you on this all the way. So next month, More Self Less is going to be our We Difference organization of the month.
Oh,
so
excellent.
we'll be featuring the work they do and talking about their products or projects. And I would imagine you'll probably be back to talk a little bit about More Self
Appreciate
Less.
that.
Talk about it. Tell us about it.
So once again, we have a goal of 200 kids this year, 200 kids and their guardians that we're celebrating with on December 22nd down at the YMCA, once again, downtown Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and you guys get the essentials for kids who would probably go without.
Yeah, there's a significant amount of things you can see on our website at moreselfless.org, but some of the ones that, we personalize everything so they get a blanket, a Bible, a backpack, a sleeping bag, shoes, another really big surprise at the end of the night, a lot of significant things like that, and every child gets their own so that they don't have to share all of these items with their siblings.
Right. Wasn't it bikes last year? I seem to think that's what
that was one of the big things. Yep,
that was
last
cool.
year. Yep.
What's the big surprise this year?
That's the surprise.
Oh.
Really?
You're going to have to be there.
PlayStation 4s for all the kids. We figured they were healthy last year. Let's get them all PlayStation 4s this year.
All the kids get an iPhone.
Diet Coke, Fritos, and iPhones.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys do some great work, and you know what?
that.
I do what I can to help out every charity I can. Yours is one that I put money toward, cash.
Thank you. We
Cash
appreciate
money
that.
toward. I did last year. You didn't. Cause
Well, I was going to write you out a check to cash.
Yeah, of course
and
you
then
were.
You take that.
bounced.
and it bounced.
And it was only $5.
That was our
That's the
biggest
thing.
contribution ever, but it bounced. So thanks.
Well, you guys have got great work going on here. This Givinci thing. I mean, if somebody wanted to get in on this and do this kind of thing, do they just start at the website? Should they call? What should they do?
Yeah, actually, you can go to moreselfless.org, which is their website, and you'll be able to get a link right to Givinci. All you have to do is sign up with an email or Facebook, and then you can start.
Perfect.
Very cool.
What a day.
And we work with all these great organizations.
Dude,
this is fantastic.
You can't, it's better than kind of better than the paycheck.
Well,
Outside of, the fact
it's better than my paycheck.
Well, there you go. I'll give you that. Paul and Brady and Eric, thank you so much for coming in, guys. Good luck on this project. We'll look forward to seeing you, Brady, next month when we talk about More Self Less a little bit more. But this Givinci thing, this is huge, and I hope you guys nothing but success, and you're going to make a lot of money for a lot of great people.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
So
guys.
thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in, and everybody go to Givinci.com or wait till we put it up on WFGR.com. It's coming in moments.